Good morning, fishermen. We're at Margate Pier this morning, and a lot of fishermen are here too. It's a good weather morning after the wind and rains earlier in the week. The sea has cleaned up pretty quickly and is definitely fishable. There's a lot of shad coming out this morning. The action seems to be at the far end of the eastern side of the pier. Some of the fish coming out are not a bad size for the table. Look at the size of this stone bream, landed by this young fisherman. What a catch! I'm sure that catch made his day. Well done on landing that one. Well, here we have a shad going for a drag. Not a bad size.
First time using the floats.
Here comes one for the bag. We will smoke them tonight for a bit of a change from fried fish. Freshly smoked shad are second to none. Some of the fishermen are getting the shad fever excitement, line, bait, hooks and sinkers flying around. Some great excitement for the holiday makers. All in a day's fishing at Margate Pier.
I'm over you.
Here comes another shad over the rails, another one for the smoker. It's a great day to be doing some fishing, hardly any wind and the sun's out. The winter days are not too hot on the KZN south coast.
Yeah.
Por aquí.
Kulong-kulong ma. Hey! Was?
Auch schön.
Ein für die Foto. Hey, hören dort. Sorry for my minute. That's washroom there. Thank you. Yeah.
And there's the good old tangle. Fishing wouldn't be the same without that tangle every now and
That's a big
again.
brother.
At least there's a fish at the end of this one.
One fish too fair. I we threw together, the boat lines are together.
Over.
Apa yung bako?
Follow. Pasok ang pantra pa. Sure. Come here, boy. Hả? Ok, ai sang fikir lo kala bro. Yo. Jangan mundur ngah, yang ada bang.
I don't know what's going on with the bronze bream today. This one took a shad bait, sardine, big hook, and wire trace. It's a big one too, very good size.
Ay, man.
So napaan sumunod wala pa.
Lucky fisherman, he didn't lose the fish in the rocks below the pier.
Not.
Ton. Easy. Yo.
Ana, umpan na ulan. Wasa. Tadas mo.
Siya sandot. Aman za siya.
I don't bring the thing.
What a catch. Nice one for the table. Cleaning the fish for the smoker, scaling and gutting them in a rock pool before heading home to prepare them for smoking.
So we're going to be doing, we haven't had smoked fish for ages, eh? Today we're going to be doing some smoked shad. We got at Uvongo, no not Uvongo, Margate Pier this morning. So to prepare the shad for smoking, we don't fillet it like we would normally fillet a fish. We would now fillet it from this side, and open it and flap it, salt it, and then dry it for half an hour or so. So down there, down there. So you see how the filleting for smoking is a little bit different. Did you see that? Did you see?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you fillet it?
So you got to open it this way. Now the other way, you would normally fillet it across the back to fry. So here now you open it. You only do it down the one side. And you got to be careful not to,
Cut it off.
yeah, not to exit the skin at the back. And there you kind of butterfly it.
The fish need to be butterflied and salted, and then hung out in a well-ventilated area for a few hours, so they can lose a bit of their moisture content to achieve a successful smoking process. If you don't reduce the moisture content, the fish won't be firm during the smoking process. It will go all mushy and you'll end up with a blob of slop on the smoking rack.
So you got it like that. And then you've got to salt it. So a bit of coarse salt. Just pat that in. So we'll do them all like that.
Yes.
Then they've got to get hung.
Salt the fish lightly, but generously, don't oversalt, on the fleshy side with a bit of coarse salt. The salt will help to draw the moisture out of the fish, making it firm, and keeping it together in the smoker.
So after we've opened them, butterflied them all up, we will then hang them for an hour or so, just so that they can dry out a bit. Yeah, so remember all the shad we used to smoke
Yeah.
in the old days in East London, with the old 44-gallon drum.
That's right. Those were the days.
Yeah, they were, eh?
Yep.
So we've got our fish opened up down the back. Get a bit of salt onto it. Nice.
Pat the salt lightly after you've sprinkled it, so it sticks to the flesh of the fish. They will be hung vertically, So you don't want to have too much salt coming off when you hang them.
Okay, so there's that one down there along the tail, along the back, this side of the pectoral, sharp knife works wonders, eh?
Oh, absolutely. Where did you get it from?
My old fishing knife,
Oh,
but it's a filleting knife, so you can see how soft this shad's flesh is when it's fresh like this, eh?
very nice. What a beautiful day.
Yeah, it has turned out.
I'm actually
What a
surprised.
contrast to the beginning of the week.
I'm surprised that you got sad because the sea was so upside down.
I see the oaks are even catching them off of orange rocks now
Oh, is it?
as well. It looks like the whole coastline.
Sure.
Margate Pier, Uvongo Pier, now off of orange rocks. There wasn't any action at orange rocks this morning.
Did you go there?
Yeah, I was down there quite early. I went to go and have a look. Didn't you hear me going out?
Sorry?
Didn't you hear me going out?
Yes, I did. I saw you going out. That told me you went out.
What was that?
I said, Daddy saw you going out. What did you leave Bola in?
Okay, so we've got everything salted up here. Get that salt patted in. So now I'm going to use your wash line.
Well, there's a line up
Plastic bolt-on hooks work wonders. Let's get it up.
After you've done the salting, hang the fish out on the wash line, or any other suitable place, away from any cats and dogs that might want to snack on your fish. I hang mine reasonably high up to avoid any mishaps. Make sure the hanging hooks are secure, you don't want your fish landing up on the ground.
Make sure you got them hooked in properly so they don't land up on the ground. So get your shad after you've salted, get them hung up. The sun is sort of setting, so we should be fine. Yeah, you don't want to put them really in direct sunlight, but in sort of a shady, well ventilated area. Just hang them for an hour or two and they should be fine for the smoker. Get some old newspaper where they're dripping. Put some old newspaper down. You don't want to attract the flies, but that's how you prepare them for smoking. So let's get down to preparing the fire. You can see how nicely the salt is drawing the moisture out of the fish. Check at that. You can see it dripping off the tail, yeah? And that's exactly the kind of thing you want. So you let that go for another hour or so, and hopefully that should be ready for the smoker. Now we can see here how nicely the salt is drawing the moisture out again. This has been hanging for approximately 45 minutes. So I'm going to start the fire now. So another hour or so hanging and they should be good to go. By the time the fire is ready, good to go. Looking very lekker. Let's get this fire going. So this is the old homemade smoker. Let's open it up and get the lid off here, and we get the fire all stoked up. It's not much of a smoker, but it works. Eh? Yeah, it works well actually. Okay, so we've got the logs. They've burned quite nicely. We don't want too much heat here. So what we're going to do now is we'll push the logs flat and then get the fish in. You can see the amount of water that's come out of them. That's quite a bit of water, and they're looking lekker dry. They could go a bit longer, but it doesn't look too bad at all. Not too bad at all. Let's get them in. Okay, let's get these okies down. It's going to generate a bit of smoke as well. Not too much heat, but you should get quite a bit of smoke off of that, and that will be exactly what we need. Let's check that out. Yeah, it's not very hot. And we've got a bit of smoke going here. So that'll be good. Okay, so we've got our racks in. Let's get the shad in. So we're going to put them. Oh shit, don't let that happen. We're going to put them skin down. Get our shad off here. There goes another one. Shut, the smoke's starting already. Lekker.
When the fish have dried out a bit, get them onto the smoking rack. Try to space them so that they don't overlap each other to get a nice even smoke. This will be a light smoke, don't over smoke, it will make the fish bitter. This is a hot smoke, but very low heat, the fire is not too hot.
Okay, very nice, we've got them all in. And the last thing we're going to add a little bit of smoke dust. That's Shad smoke dust. And we're going to be adding some of that just for a little bit of color. Are we ready? See, it's doing well.
You can add a little smoke dust for color and added flavor. The hickory one is a favorite. If you have thorn wood or acacia, it makes a very good smoke. Use a bit of wet bark to get the smoke going, no additives needed. The flavor is great.
That's smoking well. Beautiful. You don't want it too hot. Not too hot. Lekker. You don't want to over smoke it. Open it up a little bit, yeah. Oh, that's going quite well. You can see it's generating a lot of smoke, not too much heat. You can still touch it. Just nice and warm at the top, and that's what we're looking for. I've just turned this one. Have a look at that. Beautiful. I'm going to try and turn the rest quickly.
The fish have been in for about an hour, and they are looking very good. Great color, the heat and smoke was spot on, not over smoked, great
Amazing.
result.
I need a bit of help with this one. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is so good. You have to try this, guys. Jeez, this is so good. Let's look at that. Oh, oh no. Oh. No. If you guys haven't done this, jeez, you need to do it. With a bit of potato done in the coals. Look at that. Oh, there we go. Oh my God. Jesus, delicious.
Wow. This is absolutely delicious. We'll be doing this more often. Thanks for watching, see you at the beach. Keep those lines tight.
Mm.